especially such that centers on youth development. Today we'll be looking at youth development in a contemporary democracy. How well are the youth fared in our contemporary politically, vis-a-vis what have been obtainable in the past? And I can assure you that our guest is already seated in the studio today. He's a young, dynamic man that ordinarily you would love to meet. And you get to meet him after this time out. Listeners, you're welcome. And like I mentioned earlier, you still hear very much program. Political Hangout on Glow 99.1 FM, Ondo State Akure. Earlier, before we went on that break, I told you that we'll be looking at a particular focus that centers on youth development today. Youth development in the contemporary democracy. And like I told you, that already seated in the studio with us, an individual that is so dynamic, young. And we want to tell you that he is Honorable Opeyemi Adedeji, the state youth leader of All Progressive Congress, Ondo State chapter. Sir, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, you definitely is a square peg in a round. I mean, a square hole as the issue of youth development and as a way of setting the ball rolling. Sir, democracy has been on in Nigeria for quite some time, and now how does it come to helping the youth in achieving their dreams and making their aspiration come true?
Thank you, presenter. Good afternoon, Ondo State, and good afternoon, Nigeria. First and foremost, I want to let our people at home know and to explain what do we mean by contemporary democracy.
Okay.
Contemporary democracy means creative system, policy, and opportunity that enable young people to participate meaningfully in governance. And when you see what is happening presently with what has been happening before this generation in the youth politics, we see there's a difference between now and then. The present government, either at the federal level or at the state level, have been youth-friendly government.
Okay.
We have been involved in so many activities at the federal level and at the state level.
Okay.
We give kudos to the president and the kudos to the governor on that area.
Yes, so beautiful. Actually, that's my interest, and having defined what contemporary democracy means vis-a-vis youth development. You just mentioned the issue of involvement. And it's good to know that the government in itself has been able to bring about so many youths. But how well has this translated into the interest of making the life of an average youth as a day better?
Yes. Thank you once again. In the area of job creation and skill, we can see at the federal level, the Minister of Youth has introduced many skills, and it also introduced many jobs, opportunity for our teeming youth. And come to the state level, the governor himself has introduced so many skills in the women's area and in the youth area. We have so many activities that is going on. Even presently, the last time, the women, they trained almost 200 women and empowered them with the equipment.
Okay.
Tailoring and soap making, fashion designer, hairdresser. At the end of the day, after training, they give them the empowerment on that. And recently, maybe 3 days ago, the state government has even announced again through the Commissioner for Women Affairs that another program on that, it will increase, not 200 again. It's like going to 500 now throughout the state.
Okay, well, it's good to know to hear that. And actually, it is oftentimes quite almost unnoticeable. Could it have been as a result of the number of youths having a chunk of some 60% of the populace? Because sometimes most of these things appear so unnoticeable that maybe it is the number that is being made available relative to the number of youth that are actually that are unemployed.
Yeah, thank you. In Ondo State alone, we have over 2 million youths in Ondo State. And these particular skills and job that we are talking of is all around the whole state. So it is very difficult for us and for anyone to even actually get the numbers. Although we can get the numbers, when you Google it, you can get the numbers, but to reflect, like Riley said, to reflect that people really, discover that these people are the people that have engaged or have given the skill or something. It always share. They have to share it all over the local government, the 18 local governments.
Okay. Well, thank you. And listeners at home, if you are just joining us, still your program Political Hangout on Glow 99.1 FM Ijapo Estate Akure. And here seated with us is Honorable Opeyemi Adedeji. We'll be joining, he had been joining the show with us, and it was good to know some of the things he has said. Coming to the issue of democracy, how it has been. I remember specifically in those in the UPN days, wherein the scheme, there's always a feeder team that is so designed that these will be our leaders. Thereafter, that the Awolowos will be able. I remember specifically the Bola Iges, they became governors at in their early 30s, and the Lam Adeshinos. And but unlike what we have in the contemporary democracy, that oftentimes the youth are often being used as electoral material rather than positioning them for as leaders, will be leaders in the nearest future. What is your comment on this?
Thank you, my dear brother. Like I already said in my earlier statement, this government has been so friendly to the youth. Presently, what is happening then that you are saying that at the age of 30-something, 40-something, they will be ruling? We have it now, more.
Okay.
The present minister for youth is around 36 when he was a minister, which is the first in the history of Nigeria.
Okay.
That will happen. We have so many youths that have engaged at the federal level. Federal appointment, ministers, board, parastatals, they are there. Then when you come back to Ondo State too, we have youngest commissioner for youth, which has not happened before.
Okay.
He was a local government leader before he was appointed as the commissioner for youth. And go there now, go to the ministry, he's performing wonderfully well.
Okay.
Immediately he came in, he has one program. The first program he did was the youth, the Odatiwa youth. Sport all over the 18 local government, and it was successful.
Okay.
So those are the part of things that we are agitating for, and we are still agitating more. We are not just be pasting posters alone.
Okay. Okay.
The era of that, doing that, it has gone. In Nigeria, with the present government, we have been involved in so many activities.
Okay.
In this present government that we have in Ondo State and Nigeria at large.
Okay, well, we thank you, and this is open for debating anyway. But looking at the involvement of the youth, having constituted some 60% of the populace, their involvement and especially their presence on the social media is such that it's so pronounced. But do you think this has been able to translate to having a voice in the polity? Because oftentimes you see them, they are always there, they create movement, but how well has this movement be able to dictate and make opinion politically?
Thank you, my brother. All this social media issue does not translate to result when it comes to election. Some of our youth, the first day I was elected, it is not March 3rd. I have a meeting with social media guys, almost 15 of them. I have a meeting with them and I let them know, you cannot be on social media alone and be making noise. Go to the grassroots. Go and get your PVC. This government will welcome criticism. When you have reasons of criticizing the government is ready to welcome you. Bring everything you have, anything you have, any proposal you have, bring it out, present it to the government. The government is ready to make use of that proposal if it is necessary and if it is good for the youth. We cannot just be on social media and be making noise and be destroying our state, destroying your nation, giving fake news, what is not real, and you share the history. And AI has even condemned everything. You add more to the injury of this nation now. You can see them on social media, what is not happening. As we are here, they may even say, I'm in Ojava. And most of people will believe that this is what is happening. So it's going to social media. This is not why the social media were created. We have so many people that are making money on social media.
Okay.
Yes, we have so many content creators which are making money on social media. But when we talk about politics, I have not seen the youth making any reasonable thing on social media rather than destroying ourselves, destroying our community, destroying our state, destroying our nation. Look at what is happening there with security. I was on my phone yesterday checking. I saw some. They said they are terrorists. That the police officers are welcoming them, whereas the police officer, the Nigerian police have come out and debunk it. That these people are vigilante. Who are these people that are sponsoring that engage on this habit? We are the youth. But I have been telling them since I have arrived. The era of Togri, the era of so let's it go. Whatever you have in your brain, bring it out. Let's debate on it, and let's present it to the governor. He will welcome it.
Okay, so good for hear that as well. And listeners, like I mentioned, we see if we are having enough in the studio here with us, Honorable Opeyemi Adedeji, and we'll be talking about the youth development in contemporary democracy. Now let's come to the issue of the not too young to rule law that was brought into being by late President Muhammadu Buhari. How well has this helped the youth in occupying various positions of responsibility?
Yes, it has helped a lot. It has helped a lot.
Okay.
And that was why I'll be mentioning the other time. We have ministers, we have commissioners who are youth. We also have other ministry,
okay,
which occupied by most of our youth in Nigeria here.
But it appears some of these appointed offices that rather than elective, like specifically what the role is, the law is made.
Yeah. On that area now, do you know what really happened in that area is that we have monetized politics in Nigeria. If you want to contest for any election, if you don't have money, you can't contest. And that is the area that we youth, we are lacking behind, because most of us are not financially buoyant to contest for any election. Or else, when you see somebody that can sponsor us, we have a lot in brain to present. But when there is no money, sometimes you will just be weak. You'll be watching. You can see our people at home, sometimes they believe in money. Kilomuwa. If you don't bring money, we are not going to support you. Rather than looking at it, this person is competent, he can do. He has the energy, he has the capability to do it. Let's support him. That will not be there. They will be looking for money. And you cannot contest in this country without having a political party. Let's assume there is a bill that has been signed that independent candidates can contest. We will be seeing most of the youth who doesn't have money. They will go and contest with one as an independent person. Okay. And when we mobilize ourselves, we are 60%. When we mobilize ourselves for somebody that we see that this person is competent, he can do what we ask him to do, we will support him. But the only area that causing the differentiation is because of the money that is involved.
That's very, very important. And now that you said money is a major factor in determining who wins what in Nigeria democracy. Coming to it now, we've had the issue of sponsorship, and this comes to the issue of godfatherism. You host the Piper dictated too.
Yes.
And we have now in a situation that somebody, a youth is sponsored. Do you think that guarantees such an individual a very good opportunity to really bring to bear whatever he or she has in mind?
I believe it will be.
Okay.
But let me explain this to you. There is no how we can eradicate godfatherism in politics. Else we are deceiving ourselves. There is no how you can stop it. There is no how you can stop grouping. But what I expect is that when you see somebody that is competent, that is capable to occupy any position, our duty is to support such person to achieve not only grading road, not only creating road, not only great buildings. Like I said the other time, we have to create job and skills.
Okay.
When you have someone who have that knowledge that can provide such for the state or for the constituency, it's our duty to support such a person. But fatherism, forget. There is no how anyone can stop godfatherism in politics.
Okay. Yes, listeners, you see your program, Political Hangout on Glow 99.1 FM, Ijapu Estate Akure. And we'll be looking at youth development in the contemporary democracy. And listener, let's go on this break, and after this, we'll be back. Yes, listener, it's so good to know you are still keeping your dialogue on this super station, Glow 99.1 FM, Ijapu Estate, Akure. And the program is Political Hangout, where we're engaging Honorable Opeyemi Adedeji, the state youth leader of Progressive Congress, Ondo State chapter. And sir, will you recommend politics as a career for a youth?
Yes.
Okay.
Because politics, I look at it as a way and as the closest thing to the grassroots, to the people at the grassroots. So on that note, it doesn't mean anything, and it doesn't take us time to even join as a career. We have many of youth that have taken politics as a career job, and they are doing well. Doing well in the sense that satisfy the people that they represented. So I can recommend that.
Okay. Anna, earlier you mentioned the issue of having the financial wherewithal for an average youth to prosper in this enterprise. And now for an individual that is choosing such as a career and is not that financially endowed.
That is the area where godfatherism comes in.
Okay.
Yes.
And when godfatherism comes in, unlike what we used to have in the past, wherein some of the interests of the godfathers is to tailor the society towards having, creating a conducive...
I'm not seeing nowadays youth
that
can be tailored to that, what godfatherism, is expecting for them, maybe directing or commanding him to do this, to do that.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
These present youth are very useful, very focused.
Okay.
Very reliable. So we have been seeing the government and touching the government presently.
Okay.
So and we are seeing changes all over the country.
Okay. What do you think will have necessitated this? Could it have been as a result of better education on the part of the youth?
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. So you think the youth now they are better equipped?
Better equipped.
Okay.
Education.
Okay.
Because the system we are now is quite different from the other one the other time.
Okay.
At the old, the former one that we are using, and the education now has, I don't know how to put it. It has expanded to the level that you can sit down here and get whatever you wanted to get. So that has be a help for us.
Okay. And now let's come to the issue of the type of youth that have been produced. Those you have mentioned some name. I remember in those days, like I mentioned earlier, where we have the like of Ebenezer Babatokpe, who was the director of organization for the UP, and then the Lama Adesina, the Professor Ambrose Halid, late. And some of these people, they did so fantastically well. And like in my thinking, some of the youth now that do, especially those ones in the elective office, some of when they are elected into office, some of them they empty the purse and as a way of securing a good life.
Can you just mention one person?
Oh, well, like it is being allegedly now. The case is still in court. The case of the former governor of Kogi State, wherein actually the case is still subject to litigation. Okay. Such an individual is a guy that was born in 1975, and to the people, well, this is allegedly, as it's been mentioned, that the state port was so affected negatively, not to the benefit of the
Has he been found guilty?
That's what I said, that it's still subject to litigation.
Okay. So anyone can be taken to the court.
Okay.
Anyone can be alleged and be taken to the court. I'm not in support of any corrupt
practices.
Yes, I'm not.
Okay.
And that's why I'm welcoming that system.
Okay.
Taking him to the court, that's the best thing. You mentioned one person now. Just one out of millions we have in Nigeria.
Okay.
And out of thousands that is serving now. We have many youth governors that are presently ruling in Nigeria. And they are doing fantastically well.
Okay.
Even the one that took over from him, Udodo,
Okay.
he's doing well. In the area of security, you can't say where is Udodo.
Okay.
So,
well, we thank you for that submission, because primarily, like, the focus really dictates youth development in a contemporary democracy. And now, let's look at this issue of the youth's involvement in politics. Though you started by saying that, but it is observed. Even unfortunately, you can never tell now that if the youth outside there, they are being interested in something like this, but rather they will be something else. That's as a way of distraction. Maybe, do you think this could have been deliberately orchestrated to divert or distract the interest of the youth, knowing fully well that they have a good number to make the change happen?
and that's why we are making noise every time.
Okay.
So we'll be going out and be talking to most of our youth.
Okay.
For them to know the reason and to know why they should be in politics and why they should not neglect this. Because we are the future of tomorrow. And tomorrow is now.
Okay.
We have our governor today. In another 8 years, another person will be there. We have our president today. In another person will be there. So we need to build ourselves. Like Raleigh said, that's why we are making this publicity all around, either social media or meeting them. Last week, I met with all the 18 local government youth leaders and 3 senatorial youth leaders. What we just said is part of what I discussed with them. The mind that I can do it should be there for everybody. Who tells you that you cannot become governor tomorrow? Okay. Who says you cannot be president tomorrow? But it depends on what you are doing now. If you neglect that area will neglect you when you need that area.
Okay.
And that was why it's much advisable for us as a youth to come in team and work towards of achieving the goal of tomorrow.
Oh, I like that. The youth working as a team.
Yes.
How achievable do you think that is possible?
If we don't work as a team, you will achieve anything.
In the context now that we have, the interest is always decided by who brings what, and perhaps getting such a formidable front that can make the youth as the opinion model in the society. Do you think that is achievable?
It's achievable.
Okay, how?
When we come together, we achieve whatever we think we can achieve.
What do you think we could readily bring the youth together towards achieving the much needed change in the politics?
Thank you. Let me say, is it December 2025, the last December, the governor has to engage the youth at the Dome. Through that engagement, we have so many groups that attended that youth stakeholders engagement. You bring whatever that you think is disturbing your heart or disturbing your area, bring it down to the table. The governor was there, sitting down, attending to every local government that bring anything. Okay. So when we come together like that and bring and push for a common goal, we'll be able to achieve what we think is not possible to achieve. We will achieve it.
Okay.
And the government are ready. Especially this particular one that we have, Governor Lucky, he has been so friendly to us that whatever we bring to his table is without going back. Because he believes in youth.
Okay. And now let's look at this. You just mentioned the government readiness to always engage the mind of the youth progressively. And Nigeria is not bad at having schemes. We've had Vision 2010, we've had Vision 2020, and presently what is being projected is Vision. We have it all over Vision 2010.
All this vision, me, I did not believe in all those visions.
So the idea of having interaction with people has always been. But how well are these being resourceful.
Implemented.
Yes, being implemented to particularly making the life of an average youth on the street better?
Yes, we will continue to be pushing.
Okay.
We will continue to be pushing.
Okay.
And I believe the government itself is aware of all this.
Okay.
Like Raleigh said, Vision 2020, Vision 30, Vision this. We are presently at this period. Do whatever you wanted to do. Let's do it now. Sit down, let's do it. Achieve it now, presently. So if you are talking about Vision 2020, Vision 30, you keep that one for those people that will be there then. But we are at this present time now. This is 2026. So whatever you wanted to do it for us presently. Let's face another year again. Talking about 20-something, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I don't believe in that. I believe in action. When you talk, do it immediately and let everybody go and sit. Okay. Like Roy said, we need to have an impact. Just within the youth that are in the street. Let the impact show by creating that job, by that skills. Engage us in so many activities that can promote the peace and the love of the state.
Okay. Yes, so it's interesting to hear that. Now let's come to the issue of the involvement of the youth. An average youth who wants to make an impact in the contemporary democratic system. What do you think such an individual should possess?
The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria says the minimum qualification is, school cert. When you have your school cert, your brain is there. You can be anything. So, not until you have masters or you have PhD or you have that you say that you want to become anything. No. The minimum is school cert. When you have school cert and the brain is there, and you know how to do it, and you are capable to do it, people will follow you and they will vote for you.
Okay. Now let's look at this issue of the Omoluabi virtues that we were known for. The virtue of honesty, commitment, dedication to service, faithfulness, and it appears this is fast eroding in our contemporary system.
It's far eroding because we are bringing what is not belong to us.
Okay. What are those things that does not belong to us?
Bringing, let me just, most of our people that travel out, they will bring what is not even practiced in Nigeria. Like Raleigh said, Omoluabi, when you see an elderly person as a Yoruba, now you pursue it and greet. But look at the children nowadays. The people stretch their hand to you that you shake them. Those are the things. Those are the common things that we are looking, which just limits eyes that it has a lot of meaning. It has a lot of meaning.
Okay.
So when bringing those things in, it will cause problem. For example, when I was in primary school, even my secondary school days, if I did what is wrong, they give me a portion of. I believe it has been in most those days. They will give you a portion of land to clear. You work. You may be there for 3 to 4 hours. They will flog you. Look at it today. When you try it now, they will say child abuse. What did they call it? Which is, it's not normal. Punishment has to be reinstated to the secondary schools and primary school.
Okay.
Although, thank God, look at last week. They have some SS3 students who just SS3. They don't even know maybe we pass a jam. They started doing rubbish. Thank God the government has sanctioned them now. Those days, all these things are not happening. They are not happening. But look at what is going on now. When a teacher beat a child, he will go home and bring his parents, and they started abusing the teacher, fighting the teacher. They will go, but some of the students will be smoking around. So nobody can capture them because they believe they have arrived. You can see 10 years or 12 years child now with a big phone, iPhone. So no more discipline. The discipline here is going down gradually. The government should please reinstate that. Okay. And let our children to be let us caution ourselves and be disciplined so that the society can be at peace. When you go to what is happening now, we talk about terrorism, insecurity in the nation. these are the result of socialization. They believe that they are social. And that's why you are seeing them now. Although the government is trying, in the last 2 weeks now, I can see the improvement in the security area. So I will only advise the children, let's be cautious and let's take discipline as one of our activities.
Okay. Yes, listeners, you see you're very much dialing station Glow 99.1 FM Ijapo Estate Akure, and it is the program Political Hangout, where we are presently engaging Honorable Opeyemi Adedeji, the state youth leader of the APC Ondo State chapter. And listeners, let's go on this break, and after this, we'll be back. Listeners, we appreciate you for still keeping your dialogue on this super station Glow 99.1 FM Ijapo Estate Akure. And the program is Political Hangout. And the focus for today is youth development in a contemporary democracy. Sir, I would still want to, because we are looking at a contemporary democracy vis-a-vis what we had in the past. I used to know that in the past there is a system that guarantees such development of would-be leaders. Do you think there's such in place now that can guarantee a process, that can, like a feeder team, that can guarantee the youth towards becoming responsible and responsive leaders in our society?
There is.
Okay.
I will not even go far. Let me stay in Ondo State. Let me talk about what is happening in Ondo State. This present government have an ICT training all over the places. Registered 2,000. And 500 has been graduated, first batch. Graduated and equipped.
Yeah, actually, that centers on getting them empowered, giving them skill.
Yes.
But my interest is, it does not, having skill does not readily guarantee such an individual will be a responsible leader.
Oh.
What I intend to say is that in our society we have so many accidental leaders. Like you mentioned earlier, maybe such that are culminated as a result of having the wherewithal financially to just get himself into office. But those days, we had less of such. There was this particular system that wherein the Awolowos, wherein the particular leader will have, such an individual will have been tested. Such an individual that the desire, I mean, the record of such an individual will be such that is amiable and such that will interest an average individual.
Sorry, how does Awolowo tested before his name is?
It was in the office, and with the massive generation of jobs through
that is exactly what is
yes,
that is exactly what is also happening now.
Okay. We
have so many youth on that area too that are doing well.
Okay.
And they are making, very soon you'll be hearing their names.
Okay.
So Awolowo just come in a day and they started shouting Awolowo. So some people have been working now under. Okay. Like Riley says, they have been engaged now. But very soon you started hearing their names too.
Okay. Yes, it's good to hear that as well. And I want to know, what does it take to have a role in the present contemporary democracy? Could it be sentiment or competence? What guarantees the youth a specific and strategic role in the contemporary democracy?
It's competent.
It's competent?
Yes.
But it has been observed that it's until someone individual say
Babarere Babake. Even if you give that Babarere Babake, sure sir, if you give him or engage him, he will disappoint you. He or she will disappoint you.
But the hard work will have
because he's not competent.
But the hard work will have been done, especially democracy in itself is having good governance as the benchmark for democratic rule. And invariably, when you have an individual that is accidental, ill-prepared, the effect is always on the people.
Yes.
So in that context now, somebody that got an office as a result of mere sentiment or knowing who is where, the effect is always there. and he might not really have the competence, and that means those ones that had the competence, they will have been shortchanged.
Yorùbá máa ń sọ pé wọ́n bá ní wáṣẹ́ náà kí bá ní í ṣe. That means I can help you. The job you are doing now is someone that's helped you to get this job. I don't think maybe this year now we will meet with that person again. The person that can engage you to give you this job that you are doing now. Yeah, it's right for you to prepare yourself ahead. And that Omoluwa being you show it when you are doing your job.
Okay.
So out of 100, or what we are saying now, you can only find 5 or 10. The 90 are okay. So competency is very, very important in all this democracy. I mean, in democracy.
Okay.
When you are not competent, you are not competent. You bring down F9. Even in academic, where you in our school, if you are not competent, if you are not brilliant, you cannot bring anything out. You bring 0. So that is it.
Yes, listeners, it's good to know you are still very much right there. And at this junction, let's want to throw the studio line open as a way of specifically engaging our youth that this edition of the program is tailored towards helping them towards becoming much more involved in politics. Not only that, becoming responsive and responsible leader. And if you want to do that, you can make do with this regular studio line 0055511110, 0055511110, or you call 070-6677-1822. And equally, you can make do with the Facebook address Glow 99.1 FM Akure. Glow 99.1 FM Akure. The program is being streamlined, and you can be involved. Your opinion will be rightly captured. Yes, you can see, and today we're having in the studio as guests the Honorable Opeyemi Adedeji, the state youth leader of the Progressive Congress Ondo State chapter. And you definitely must have been hearing him, and perhaps there are things you want to know as a way of remark, observation, or you want to have questions, especially and specifically for the youth. The studio lines are open, and the window is open for you as well to be part of this. Sir, while we await feedback and reaction from our listeners at home, I want to ask, does the present democracy prepare our youth for leadership or for the much needed leadership?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And that is what we have been discussing since. We have been given a playground,
okay,
a nice one for every youth that wanted to participate in politics. And that's why you are seeing the governors engaging the youth, having youth program, meeting us, talk to us in the area that we think we can be of help to society. We tender it. So that's why I say it is.
Okay, I want to know, does such capturing, if it goes outside the shore of politics, or rather than just the individual that because sometimes you discover that the people that really needs the attention most, maybe they don't have the political the political will to get this done, or perhaps they don't have somebody outside there that could have shortlisted their name. Do you think?
And that was why we have community youth.
Okay.
We call them indigenous youth forum. Okay. In each local government, they have a president. Whatever we wanted to do, we used to invite them because we know they are not partisan.
Okay.
We used to invite them and engage them. Like I said, last week I have a meeting, we invite some of them. They are not political. They are not politicians. We invited them, and their president has given an order, which we are working towards now, that the local government leaders should go back to the ward and get the data of unemployed youth. We want to have it on our system. At the end of the day, if the governor said he wanted to employ 2,000, without going anywhere, we sat in the office and presented that 2,000 names to him throughout the whole state. So it's possible. That's why we are involving them. We are involving so many groups that are not politicians, that are not political. So that when they go back, they will have to tell their people, this is what I brought from Akure. They say we should do this, we should do this. So.
Okay. Yes, earlier you mentioned the issue of getting the youths, making them pushful. and as well as continue to, you call it noise, but I think useful noise in this context now as a way of advocacy. This is a very good medium of, especially the Glow 99.1 that has a very good reach. And we want to tell you that the doors are open for you. But I want to ask, do you have such a scheme that can really conscientize the mind of the youth towards becoming responsive and responsible leaders?
I don't understand.
No. You know, like you've mentioned, that the advocacy is needed.
Yes.
And the advocacy can only come through the media.
Okay.
And like I mentioned, that this is a media.
Okay.
Like we have been done now.
Oh yeah, I've got you now. Yes, I have that.
So
personally, I've engaged some youth. They will be on social media.
Okay.
Youth. They will be there. Whatever that the government is having, they will be reporting it.
Okay.
So everybody, if you have any complaint, you come through them, or you come to our office and submit whatever you think is necessary.
You know, as regards that could limit the involvement or the attention or the involvement of a large chunk of the youth, but like using a medium like ours now to reach out to some, maybe particularly sponsor the segment.
Yes, I promise you. I will promise you I will work on that.
Oh,
I will not be coming here alone now.
Okay. So we have
some cases I can come with this indigenous president of each community, each local government.
Maybe like having a 30 minutes with 1 hour advocacy.
I promise you
specifically that is meant for youth development.
We'll work on that.
We really appreciate that. And let's look at this. How well do you think the contemporary democracy has helped our youth? They are still crying. They are still shouting that they've not had enough. And you passionately, one will be
This cry has been before even was given birth to me. You will say Dogba, but we are trying to make it Dogba.
Where do you think the cry will stop?
You say you know the answer to that.
I may not.
You know the answer to that, sir.
I'm not, because you are cumbered with the responsibility.
You know the answer to that. When you say when the cry is going to be end, I don't know. Till Jesus Christ comes, this is how we will continue to cry.
Okay.
But what we need mostly is to engage and make sure the government did whatever we think is necessary for us to do.
Okay, so that the cry can actually
be used. Okay. Be lesser.
Okay. Yes, listeners would indeed appreciate you for still keeping your dialogue on this super dial station, Glow 99.1 FM, Ondo State, Akure. Like I told you on Political Hangout today, we are looking at a particular focus, youth development in the contemporary democracy. And we'll be having here with us the state youth leader of FM Progressive Congress Ondo State, Honorable Opeyemi Adedeji. And like I mentioned earlier, you can still make do with the studio line to get your observation, your remarks, or perhaps you want to ask a question. The lines will remain 0055 511110, or you call 07066771822, and you can be very sure that your view will be rightly captured. Yes, sir. As a way, do you think the government has done everything that you think they will have done towards creating a conducive environment for youth development?
Government cannot do everything. That's why we have private sector.
Okay, what are you recommending that the private sector should do to help in youth development?
Just employ. If you have any, just employ laws. Those are competent, that are qualified for job, employ them. So that by then we'll be reducing the unemployed in the state. So that is the only thing I think we can do. The private sector can do.
Okay. Well,
but the youth should play their role.
Okay.
By providing a conducive environment for the investor to come here and invest. You cannot be on social media, I will repeat it, you cannot be on social media condemning your state and you expect an investor from outside to come and invest just because of the hate you have for the person that is presently ruling, and that person will live either 4 years or 8 years. He will leave that position and another person will come. So we should just stop and prepare a nice grant for anybody that is coming in to come and invest, so that we'll be able to reduce this unemployed of a thing that we are talking about.
Okay.
But when you continue condemning your state, continue saying all sort of negative things about your state, people will run away from that state. The investor will run away. But it's advisable. Let's promote our state.
Okay. Yes, and it's so good to hear that. Now let's come into I know it's specifically designed for the women that nomination for any political office is always free. Are you agitating that as well for the youth?
For the women, I don't think it's always free. But the youth, we have 50%.
Okay.
Is it 50% that will be working?
Okay.
In my party, I don't know any other party.
Okay.
But I know 50%.
Okay.
If the big men, so-called big men, are paying 100,000, we the youth are paying 50.
Okay. And how well has that encouraged the youth in
Yes, it has encouraged us in a lot.
Okay.
And that was why you are seeing, when you go to the House of Assembly today in Ondo State, we have 25 House of Assembly. 26. Out of those 26 House of Assembly, I can boldly say we have like 18 of them who are youth.
Okay. And now let's look at the issue. The youth is a major consistency. Consistency. And it is expected that when they are elected, they should do the bidding and represent the interests of that immediate constituency. Yes. How well do you think that the youth that have been opportune to hold various positions of responsibility have been able to get back as a way of bettering the lots of the youth?
On that, the result is not okay with me. That is personal.
Okay.
I'm yet to be okay with the result.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because most of them, like Bradley said, they will get there, instead of them facing their constituency, which is the youth wing, they will be facing those our elderly people, just for them to satisfy them, so that at the end of the day, they will be able, maybe looking for second time or third time.
Okay.
So, but our advice,
yes,
they should change, because we are coming up with something that we even challenge anyone that we have elected. We'll be having a town hall meeting with them very soon.
Okay.
So after 2027 general election, and another fresh people are there, we'll be having a conversation and a town hall meeting with them all over the state.
Okay.
And God fear our life to them. Your station will follow us around to visit them.
When they
because we'll be having them.
Okay.
I can assure you of that. The governor will support us on that. Even the party chairman, who is present party chairman, Honorable Kolawole Babatunde, he supported whatever that youth are bringing up on board. So we are going to challenge almost most of them.
Okay. That is good to hear that, because averagely the life of an average you having constitutes some 60%, and the youths will continue to ask for more. And as regards representation now, do you think that the youth are adequately represented vis-a-vis the number of the youth?
We are not adequately.
Okay.
And that was why I said we are still agitating for more.
Okay.
So that we'll be able we will be able to be represented well. So let's assume we have 60%, like Brother said, we are 60% of the youth. Let's assume you have 50 of them that have been engaged politically. This will be okay.
Okay, now there is a common slogan in politics: tested and trusted.
Yes.
And even in the
not only in politics.
Not only, but that's why I want to say that even in the private sector, wherein years of experience will be required for an individual and to get employed. And now that sometimes it is until you are tested, you can't be trusted. And an average youth who is interested in participating in the contemporary democracy, who is not yet tested, where do you think such an individual?
His activities during the campaign, his activities during any election will speak for him as he tested. Like me, sitting down with you now, talking to you now, I've been a unit chairman during AD. I've been a community chairman during ACN. I've been a supervisor. I've been a legal advisor, ward. I've been a local government youth leader, now the state youth leader. Those steps, I believe the elders are watching and the youth are watching.
But not in all cases, like your case now that you are so fortunate. It is one out of almost a million.
Not fortunate. That was why I said, during the election, we need to work. When you are working, they will be watching you. The way you are doing, they will be watching you. All this process, I did not fight for it. I did not come out that I want to contest for anything.
Okay, let's
for all these positions that I've mentioned. But they saw my work, and that was why they recommended me.
Okay, it's good. Now you've taken me to the issue of a reward system and the involvement of the youth. It's observed sometimes that even the reward system has not been fair enough.
We have not been reward fair. I mean, the reward is not fair to we, the youth.
Okay.
Because we are the one that are doing the major job.
Okay. So what
during the election, you see us coming out. During the campaign, we see us coming out. The last election we did in South, the by-election, you see the result. I spent almost 4 to 5 days there, mobilizing, canvassing, talking to the people. But at the end of the day, like really said, the reward for you, we the youth, is not enough. And we have been working on that.
What could be responsible? Is it the system or also the people?
That is politics for you. It's part of politics.
And
if you don't talk, they will. If you don't talk, they will just neglect you. They will leave you like that. But until you started talking.
But like the interest is contemporary democracy. Like this hasn't been the issue then. What I observe of those days, some of them they even is from the blues. Like yes, yeah. the late Professor Ambrose Ali, who was the former governor of Ondo State.
It's not like that.
You don't know.
That is it then.
Yes.
That is how it is now.
But I suspect.
But
I suspect it has degenerated now, unlike what we have then.
The population of now is not. It's more than then.
Oh, so
the population of what we have now is more than what then.
So you suspect that we don't have enough to share on.
Yes, I agree with you. If you say so, I agree with you.
Yes, listeners, definitely I want to believe you've had a very good time having our guests on board today on Political Hangout. He's Honorable Opeyemi Adedeji. He's the state youth leader of the APC. So we want to indeed appreciate you for being on board today. And we've really had a very good time with you.
Thank you. Let me appreciate the management of Glow FM for inviting me here. I'll be expecting me again and again and again and again.
Yes.
I will be coming.
Oh, in fact,
not only me.
Yes, you are indeed welcome, and we can guarantee you our doors are always very open, and definitely your views will be accommodated. And listener, we want to call it a wrap on this edition of the program today. And this until next week, when we shall be here with another focus. All I want to say is stay political. Alive, and don't be apolitical. We all need, especially to the youth, we all need to be involved, yes, so that we can have a part of the cake that is being baked, especially by the youth. Until next week, I am your man, Olatunbosun Awe. Stay cool, stay calm, and stay collected.